Hey, I'm Suzanne.
And I'm Annie.
And we have 111 years of experience. And on today's episode, we were just having a discussion about insomnia.
Oh, it's raging for me right now. Insomnia is raging. I am struggling. And part of it is, I feel like it started when the daylight savings time switched over.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I really haven't completely fell into the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
I've been getting up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and being up from about 2 o'clock till somewhere around 4 o'clock.
So about
every
2
single
hours.
night, about 2 hours every
That you're
night.
losing.
That I should be sleeping. And so
And then you get up at what, 5?
I get up at 5 to go to work. And ordinarily I feel pretty good at work. But as soon as I hit the house, it's just like, I mean, at that point, coffee's not even going to save me.
Yeah,
you know,
it's too late. You're too far gone.
And the naps have been anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours. I'm going to say the other day I asked my husband to.
So you're getting your 2 hours back in the afternoon. Is what you're doing.
Yes, and not because I want to do it that way. And I've tried everything I can think of to be proactive about trying to help myself and not fall into this routine of napping.
I have to have a nap.
Yeah, every single day.
What time do you get home?
I get home about 3 most days.
Okay. So 3 to 5.
So about 3 to 5, I'm out. I'm out almost every day. And especially from the time change. And I really think that it's because I had finally gotten into the rhythm of the other time. Mm-hmm. And that when it pushed backwards an hour, it totally did a number on my rhythm.
Yeah. I'm going to say something very controversial. And a lot of you may not like me for this. But as much as I like this time with the more light and I like it. But I'm not sure my body likes it.
Yeah.
So that may be what's going on.
Exactly.
It's not a natural rhythm like you were talking about.
Yeah, and right now
circadian rhythm.
It feels like I am pressing against my natural rhythm. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense. Yeah. If I could sleep from 4 o'clock to maybe like 7 or 8 o'clock, and I would wake up, I feel great.
Yeah.
And so a lot of days, because we were on spring break this week for school.
Yeah.
And so I still have my alarm set. And I'm like trying to get my brain
Are you still getting up at 5?
Well, I've been trying to keep my rhythm. I'm trying to get the rhythm.
I know. I'll be like, oh.
And so I've been up from like 2.
I would be not as motivated.
Listen, 2 to 4. And this morning at 5 o'clock, I woke up without a problem. I just woke right up and I was fine. And then at about 6:30, I was like, whoa. And I'd already had 2 cups of coffee by that point.
Gosh.
And I was still like, okay. So I was supposed to go to the doctor with Mike this morning. And
nope.
I'm sitting here and taking a nap. I think I just need it. I'm going to sleep. Yeah. And I slept. I didn't even know he had left and came back. That's how hard I slept.
He'd already gone and come back before
and
you
I
woke
up. And that's when I woke up. He had called me on his way back, and that's what
that woke you up.
Yeah, but I was glad he did because by that time it's like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I just lost 2 hours of things that I wanted to kind of get done.
Yeah,
and so but
if you needed it,
I know, but it's so you feel unproductive when you're napping and it's out of control napping. I mean, that's really you ever hear like an emergency, a power nap or whatever. Yeah. I feel like it's like a weakness nap. I mean, it is like I can't. And I have to say, I don't
think you can fight it though.
No.
If your body needs sleep, it's gonna shut down and you're gonna sleep.
And this biology, it is. There's a certain biology to this. Your brain is trying to. Sleep.
It's like, hey.
Sleep is part of the brain function. It's the downtime.
Yeah.
But then, like I said,
it's like you're gonna have to quit now.
Yeah. It's not gonna let me. Your body won't let you. In fact, I have I get like nauseated.
Yeah.
And headaches.
You get sick.
It makes me
sick.
It makes me feel just awful if I'm needing a nap and I don't take one.
Yeah.
Like, it is not just. It's physical symptoms.
It's really not even an option.
No.
Not really.
I don't feel well. I get really grumpy, which is so funny because generally I'm like happy-go-lucky.
She's like the happy.
La 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 la. And then all of a sudden,
what do you call it? Sunny side up.
Sunny side up. Yeah, sunny side up. I'm just like, we're good. Let's go. No, this is like.
No. I don't think I've ever seen you that grumpy.
Let me just say this: my husband has.
Yeah.
My kids probably have too.
I'm trying to think. Maybe once or twice, not much.
I think
in the 20-something years I've known you.
it's a thing in the day, and it'll just get gradually worse. Where I'll just be like less likely to laugh at his bad jokes. I'll slowly get worse. And then say it's like I said, between 3 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm just like, and then I said to him, I said, I'm gonna go lay down for a few minutes. He's like,
Oh, I'll be throwing something at him if you make that face. I'll be like, don't even.
At that point, I don't care.
Yeah,
I could care less. Whatever, dude. I'm out. Peace out, Girl Scout. I gotta go sleep. I have to.
I have to go sleep unless you want me to murder you.
And I think it is like a brain function thing. Do you know what I'm saying? My brain is trying
I think it is. It's your body going.
My body is trying to
you gotta
balance.
Stop.
It's trying to balance out all of the the amount of external stuff is going on, and then your body has to balance it out, and then there just comes a point where my brain just goes, and you're out.
Yeah, it goes click.
not narcolepsy, which would be a terrible thing to have to live with. I mean,
not quite that bad, but really close.
But to the point where I have physical symptoms. It's not just I'm a little tired.
No.
Where they say, oh, you're a little tired. No, honey, I walk around a little tired.
No, I mean, yeah.
I feel like there are days when I'm just kind of tired all the time.
Tired,
It's okay. I might yawn a few times. We'll be all right. But it's not a normal. I don't feel like it's a normal. Maybe it is a normal response, but I don't feel like
I don't feel like it is. I feel like your body's reaction to not sleeping is like
a little bit extreme.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit on the extreme side.
Yeah.
And
although if I don't get enough sleep over time, if I get tired, and I'm in this, like if we'd had a big week at school where we'd had parent teacher conferences, and
you got the 12-hour day,
the 12-hour day, and then you have another after school thing, or you have some big thing you have to do, or
with
some on the
family,
weekend, or just one or two things extra that normally I would not have had, and it's more stress, and I always get sick.
And that's it. If I don't pay attention to it, I'll be sick. Like I will not just be sick. I'll be like, miss 2 days of work.
Sick. Like out sick.
Like can't move.
Like run over a truck sick.
Yes, exactly. And so I really don't, I'm trying to prevent that.
Right.
And I was just kind of thinking about.
But you spiral a whole lot quicker. You spiral fast.
It goes like this. Look, you're fine. And she's asleep.
And you're not.
And she's asleep. She's got to go rest. And even to the point where my dad has the same thing. So he's worked different shifts. Like he's worked the night shift for many, many years. And so he has the same thing. And we talk about it a lot. But I can honestly push all of the blame onto
him.
The genetics involved that he's got it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it makes you feel less like, what in the world is wrong with me?
Yeah, well, at least I know. He's
at least you know,
too, so it's not crazy. But I said the maintenance on keeping me going is so much higher now.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's like
I know as we have gotten older, it has gotten a whole lot worse.
It's not just that, because then now you just don't battle the insomnia. Well, then you also have to battle, like you were talking about having so much pain the other day. Mm-hmm. Now you're battling the pain too.
Yeah.
And then also you might be battling.
I can't go to sleep because I'm hurting so bad.
For me, like it might be a tummy thing.
Right.
I have a tummy thing, and so like I'm kind of dealing with a tummy thing. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying, and the maintenance on this old car I'm running around in.
Old car.
It's a 1971 model, so I can officially say that's probably got
I'm a 66.
It's got the vintage tag.
Yeah,
vintage.
We definitely earned the vintage.
We're vintage.
We definitely earned the vintage tags.
So
all of our friends, y'all know who you are.
You're vintage too.
You're vintage too.
You're vintage. We're not old. We're vintage.
We're vintage.
Yep. But I really think that the sleep thing is real, and I don't think I'm the only one. But
oh no,
I was going to say some of the middle of the night stuff I think is anxiety related. Like I have a little bit of anxiety at that point.
Is it more lately?
Yeah, and I did have a big change in my job, and we had we've got some personal stuff going on.
Right.
Like with Mike's trying to find another job.
Right.
So like we've been really like there's a lot of things, but it's not. I mean, we're not in trouble and we're not in danger, and so like I have to kind of like remind myself. You're like,
fine. Okay.
You know, you're okay. You can't, these problems have to solve themselves in a point. Mm-hmm. I can't necessarily do anything, and they're not all, and sometimes you worry about stuff that's not even your problem.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you can't. I go, not my circus, not my monkeys.
It's not for me to solve. This one is not for me to solve. No, I cannot solve this one. And so, like the insomnia thing,
that's what happens when you have adult children.
Yes. Okay, you buckle in.
Buckle in, buckle
because
up.
That's a big one. That's a big part of having adult children is that you're not going to solve their problems. They need to figure.
They got to figure it out.
They have to walk through it, and it's okay. And you're there.
That's the only thing that keeps me going. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah, support staff. Yes.
Yes.
Not my circus.
Not my circus.
I may work for the circus.
Yeah. But I'm not in charge of the circus.
I'm not in charge of that circus. And so, like, you kind of got to take that attitude about it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to say that, like, even last night was a rough night, and I was off of work. It's not like, and I got plenty of exercise. I'm really limiting my caffeine. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not having any caffeine after 4:00. I
was going to say, what time is it? Okay, it's 3.
But you know what I'm trying to say? I'm really trying to do this, and it's still, I really don't have any. So if you have some tips and tricks out there that will help you with insomnia, and for me, it's getting up in the night, and then it's becoming more reliant on naps.
Yeah.
And I
did that like 3 or 4 Sundays ago. We had a big, I don't know what we did, but I was just really tired. When I came home, it was probably about this time, about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Same time of the day.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in that chair, and Greg was laying in his chair. He could take a nap, and he could still go to sleep at night. And I was like, I think I'm going to have to go take a nap. And I laid down, and it was about 5:30 when I woke up.
Yeah.
And I could not go to sleep that night. I laid there till midnight.
Yeah. Just because your body does not usually nap.
No.
You're not a napper.
I'm not really a napper.
And probably.
I was so tired though. I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm going to have to take a nap. I don't have a choice.
Yeah. But that's exactly the way I feel. And I'll even be tired in the living room. But then when I go lay down in the bedroom, I'm not tired anymore.
Yeah. Sometimes I do that.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
If I brush my teeth and I'm awake. It's like, okay, I'm awake now.
It was enough stimulus that woke me up.
Thanks so much, Mint.
Who knew mint was so stimulating? And we've only worked out well in the morning. Like, I could just go right back to sleep in the morning after I brush my teeth. It'd be great if that worked like, coffee in the morning. You just brush your teeth and you're like, whoa, okay, let's go.
I know. No. Well, usually that's me. But, I mean, I laid there. And it was, Greg's ready to go to bed about 9 because he has to get up. He gets up at like 4:30 or 4:45. Or, I don't know, some crazy time. Anyway, so he lay down. He went to sleep. He goes to sleep fast. And that used to be me. I would just go, I would pass right out. And I laid here. Hello, Ace. And I lay there and I lay there and I flopped and flopped and flopped. And I got up and I walked around and I took a Advil PM. If I can't go to sleep, I'll take an Advil PM. Usually that knocks me out.
Yeah.
Laid there.
That was Ace.
You do Ace. Laid there, flipped and flopped. Got back up, walked around, went to the bathroom, stretched because I was hurting. Laid back down, lay. I mean, it was, and I saw 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, midnight. And I'm like, by the time you get to midnight, you're just mad.
Yeah, for sure.
You're just mad.
Or like there have been times when, now not so much lately, but once in a while, I'd be like I'd be reading a book or something, and instead of falling off to sleep, I'll get into the book, and then like I'll be up at like 2:00 in the morning. Reading the book because I didn't realize what time it was and I got lost in it. And so like that used to happen a lot when I was young because I read a lot more. I need to read because reading makes me sleepy because I used to read to Shannon and I would get sleepy and she would fall asleep. But when I started reading Harry Potter to her, she would fall asleep and I would keep reading. Yeah. Because it was so good. Turn the page. So, but I would also yawn and it would make me sleepy. So I thought, well, I need to start reading more at night. Yeah. Some people swear by it. Some people really swear by it, but I would have to be like, I would have to say it can't be too exciting. It can't be too much type of thing that will draw me in because then
you're like, turn the page.
I get more involved into the story, and then I don't really want to fall.
Did you set a timer?
But then I'm gonna be like, I'm trying to get myself to fall asleep. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can't do that if you're reading a book.
So I don't know. I have to like think on it a little bit.
But it does make me sleepy. Like it makes me
relax.
I think when I read.
Maybe that's what I should try in the middle of the night when I wake up at like 2:00.
No, I have done that. I got my Outlander book and read it a little bit.
In the middle of
there
the
was
night.
one night I got up and it was 2 a.m. I was like, I can't even. I'm not even sleepy at all.
Yeah. I don't know, and I've been getting lots of exercise. The weather's been really pretty here in Tennessee, and so I've been outside every day this week. But still, this morning I was up. I had gotten up in the night, went out to the living room because that's usually what I do. And sometimes it's hard for me to lay still, like you were talking about, the kind of movement. I can't stop moving. Yeah. So I'll find that if I sleep I'll go to sleep, take a nap in the recliner. Mm-hmm. And
see, that's what he does. That's what Greg does.
And it helps with me. I can't move around. I have to sit still, and I will calm down a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so once I kind of fall asleep like that, then I'm usually pretty good. Well, I woke up at 5, and I was like, well, hello. What's going on? I guess
and I'm awake.
And then by like 7 o'clock this morning, I was like,
worn out again.
Bleary.
Maybe when you got up, if you had picked up a book and read a little bit, you could have gone back to sleep quicker. I don't know.
I didn't want to go back to sleep, though, at that point. I was hoping to try to get up. I'm trying to create the new rhythm. And by creating the new rhythm, I'm falling flat.
Yeah. But I mean,
I have no rhythm.
When did the time change? The time just changed, like, what, 2 weeks ago?
It was the beginning of March, so almost a month.
Okay. Has it been long enough?
I don't know. I'm going to say this particular change is always so hard for me because I think it's like...
I think everybody's like that, though.
This particular change is terrible for me.
Yeah.
The other change is difficult, but not nearly as difficult as this one.
Well, it gets dark and it stays dark and it's dark. And people sleep better in the dark.
And I'm going to say I sleep better in the winter generally.
Yeah, because it's dark.
Well, I think I'm kind of in a more hibernation mode generally.
Yeah. Like, doesn't that go with your like
seasonal depression kind of thing? And maybe that's
I was thinking of your body's like rhythm.
Yeah,
it's dark. I got to go to sleep.
Yeah,
and you're not trying to stay awake when you don't need to.
Well, then too, I think that like some people really struggle with that part of it where it gets dark so early. Their circadian rhythm is telling them to go to sleep at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right. Yeah. And you can't. And
then they're getting up at like 1 o'clock in the morning because they're and then their sleep is all scattered. I think Mom has that sometimes where she where the sun goes down and then their body reacts and they're like, go to sleep. They're like, well, we can't go to sleep yet because it's just 4:30. It's 7. But 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
But. This time of year for me is the hardest for sleep. I would say definitely this is the hardest for sleep. And I don't feel like I don't sleep out. Like I usually wind up about 4 or 5 hours a night.
Yeah.
And it's just not enough. And then I start
4 or 5 hours a night's not enough for anybody.
No.
Really.
And so like I get to the point in the afternoon where I'm trying to make up those 2 hours.
Yep. Yeah, you need about 7.
And I can't seem to get it at night, so I'm trying to Band-Aid over to
napping.
And I don't want to get into the napping cycle. I want to be in a day cycle and a night cycle, but it's just not happening for me right now. Yeah. And I really don't want to do anything that is, I don't mind like an herb or even a gummy or something like that, but I don't want to go into any kind of medical prescription strength anything. I don't want to be hooked on something then I'm dependent on that. Do you know what I'm saying? Then I become dependent on that, and I don't really want to do that. Like some people really swear by melatonin, and I do take some melatonin, but it doesn't really do anything for me. Like it does not it's never really put me to sleep. Give me a ibuprofen, that'll knock me out. Yeah, but the Benadryl, or not Benadryl, but melatonin does. Benadryl does make me sleepy, but I really hate to take it. Like I really just don't want to take it unless I absolutely need it. So I've heard people say they have dreams and stuff with it. But I've never really had that.
Really?
But I've never really had that. But Benadryl to me is like one of those things I need to be able to take it when my nose won't stop.
Right.
I don't want to waste
it for that.
Yeah, I don't want to waste it on just trying to get to sleep at night.
Yeah.
But some people do.
Yeah.
I've tried ashwagandha. And ashwagandha is really good, but
Isn't it supposed to make your brain sharp?
Well, it's actually like a body relaxer. And
really?
It was like a muscle relaxer kind of thing.
I didn't realize that.
And so like it does help you. It really does help you relax. It's really good for helping your body relax, but you have to be consistent. Yeah. That's the other thing about ashwagandha you have to build it up in your system to a point. So you start out, and it may take a week or two to get into that rhythm, but I find that I kind of have a little bit of a depression issues sometimes, so I have to be
You have to
really
be careful with
careful
it, yeah.
because I don't need anything that's going to bring me in a more depressed, like it's going to tick off a depressed state or something.
Yeah.
So ashwagandha is kind of use it as necessary, but I don't take it regularly and you have to take it regularly to get the best effects for those kind of things. But it kind of eliminates your drive a little bit. Like you won't feel as driven or as, it's a little bit of a mood suppressor too and a body suppressor. Like muscles and all that kind of stuff. So, but if you're like really, if your body seems to be like super excitable, then that'd be great for somebody who is always at a 9 or 10 for their levels, and then to bring them down a couple, that would probably feel good. Yeah. But when you're kind of starting out at a 3 or 4, that's not the direction you want it to
Maybe
go.
not.
It's just not going to,
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say it wasn't bad, but I have to be careful.
Yeah.
With those kind of things. But, and then I've tried, I've tried the Benadryl. I've tried the, let's see. I've tried a lot of different things, but the turmeric is good for the inflammation, but it doesn't do anything for me for sleep. And some people take it as
for sleep,
for like it's another one that takes the inflammatory down,
inflammatory
response down. So maybe people are more comfortable to sleep. Like if you're uncomfortable, like you're swollen or you're inflamed, then you can take it as an anti-inflammatory. But I take it more like in the morning because it does not make me sleepy at all.
Okay.
But I do find that, like I said, if I'm really can't sleep, and I need something, I'll go take some ibuprofen because that usually, that is like what I've always said. To me, it affects me like most people get affected by Benadryl. Yeah, so they just get super relaxed and tired and everything. Yeah, but I don't know. I really don't want to do anything that is too medicinal. If that makes any sense, I'm trying to like hit it first with the habits. And then if I can't get it with the habits, then maybe supplements maybe we might go something else. But right now that's what I got, and it's not being very effective. And then we're only a month in to the daylight savings.
Yeah, it's still early yet.
Yeah, and so hopefully it will get better. I think that who knew? Because I was always like a person who could get up, like just wake up in the morning, like. Wake up and go. Yeah. It's fine. No problem. Yep. Sure. I'll be there. Too. You want me there at 5:45? Sure. No problem. I just jump out of bed and do it. Not think a second thought about it. And now I'm like, okay. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a personality change.
It's that vintage.
It's true. We're vintage.
It's that vintage classification now.
Yes, we're classified vintage.
Classified as
officially
vintage.
Certified vintage. No, sleep is one of those things too in your life that you take for granted. Like
when you're younger.
Yeah. Well, also like
and you don't hurt
when you work at different shifts. Like when I was younger, I worked night shift, and the thing I could do was come right home and sleep and would keep myself in a rhythm that way. But I never did that with kids. I only did that when I was single and I didn't have kids to take care of. Like I can't imagine trying to take care of children and being that exhausted.
No.
Yeah, that would
never work.
That's just like sounds rough and unhappy and dangerous.
Yeah. That is for sure.
Yeah.
That is for sure. So if you have any kind of anything, any
tips,
kind of tricks, tips.
What's working? What's not
what
working?
What works for you?
Tell us.
Yeah.
I could really use
struggling over here.
I could really use some feedback right now with this one because I am definitely struggling.
Yeah.
And like I was telling you earlier, the whole 4.5 to 5 hour of sleep.
Yeah, that ain't near enough.
It's not gonna. It's just not gonna go very.
No.
And then now I've fallen into the nap syndrome.
Yeah.
Where what am I gonna just nap every day for 2 hours? Well, that's another 2 hours I couldn't do. Blah 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 or whatever. Even if it's just sitting there. And it's so funny because like even if I'm just sitting watching a movie,
you're like
I just fade out.
I thought you're like, I'm going to be watching a movie and now I'm asleep.
Now I'm asleep. I just fade out. I'm just like, okay, I was watching a movie and then the next thing I know, I'm waking myself up.
Forgot what was going on.
And it's over.
That's so funny. Anyway, also shout out to, we've had a couple people say that they watch our podcast lately.
Yes.
So shout out to Lorinda.
Yay, Lorinda.
And who is it, the person you said?
Ashley.
And Ashley and her daughter.
And thank you so much for letting us know. You'll never know how much happiness that brings to us to know that they're out there, people out there actually listening and watching. Because
we always have the same reactions.
I know, it's just like, I'm so grateful that I'm just like, I just want to go, thank you. Thank you.
We saw Lorinda in Bath and Body Works, and I introduced her to Annie because I wasn't sure if I'd ever met her.
No, I don't think I'd ever met her.
She was like, "Oh yeah, I feel like I know you because I watch your podcast." We were like, "What? You do? We always you do?
Really?" We're so grateful. We're so grateful. Thank you.
We appreciate that a lot.
Yes. And anytime you give us any kind of comment or anything, you just made our day. Just so you know. Just so you know, if
it's
you
like
even comment,
ever.
It is, because we're just put it out there. I mean, like, you never know. We're literally two ladies sitting here on the couch having a cup of coffee and a conversation.
Yep,
that's it. And we decided to record them. And man, if it helps somebody out there, or even just makes you feel like you had a nice cup of coffee and a conversation with a friend, it's perfect.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
So, also, if you have any ideas for any future podcast topics, just let us know.
Yes,
because we are always open to whatever.
Yes, we are. And I'm going to say, feedback from everybody, from all the people out there who listen, is probably the number one thing that it keeps us going. Yeah, it really does. It keeps us going. It gives us the why behind just keeping on. Yeah,
for sure. So, you guys have a great day, great week, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.